Hey guys, Saigan here, back with crazy hair. Cause it's late. And I'm done watching all the Sony freaking press conference stuff, and my god, that took forever. The initial statement that I want to make regarding the Sony press conference is, so far it's been the worst one. Like last year they did really, really well, but it's also because Microsoft just kind of handed it to them and said, hey guys, want to take some free shots at us? It'll make you look awesome. And they couldn't do that this year because Microsoft didn't shoot themselves in the foot in any way. On top of that, there were microphone problems. Adam Boyes is a terrible fucking host. He was so bad. Maybe he just looked worse because Ubisoft had Aisha Tyler and I had just finished watching that stuff. He was really bad. I think he was one of those, corporate types who's trying to crack jokes and they're just terrible. The planted audience members, I know the other companies do this too. The people who are hired to sit there and start the clapping and the cheering and be like, yay, this all looks fantastic in a room full of reporters. I know that sometimes there's legitimate cheering, but oftentimes, you can hear it. Because you'll always hear, after really crummy announcements, things that nobody cares about, you'll always hear the same couple of voices going, yeah, woohoo! It was rubbish. They had game audio issues. They had several video issues. There were certain points where some videos were cutting in over the others. The Sony press conference was just poorly planned from a technical standpoint. But let's get to the games. What games did they show? They finally had gameplay for The Order 1886. A big complaint that I had last year was they showed a trailer for The Order and there was no gameplay. And it's really hard for me to judge whether or not I'm going to be interested in the game off of a trailer alone. So seeing gameplay for The Order was pretty happy. I like the setting. The graphics are fine. Graphics aren't really doing anything amazing these days anyways. You have to either be really fucking lazy to have terrible graphics in your game these days, or you have to do something amazing to really make it stand out. And it doesn't stand out. The graphics are average. It looks fine. There's QuickTime events in it. Not many. It didn't seem QuickTime event heavy. It did seem kind of cutscene heavy, which was unnecessary. Here's a monster, bang, 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 cutscene. Okay, all this stuff happened. You've been thrown through a window. QuickTime event. Monster's back. Shoot at him, bang, 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 cutscene. Just have the monster pick up the player and throw them through the goddamn window. You don't need to make a cutscene for it. You can put that in the gameplay. Entwined. I don't know why this was showed. Entwined was just a little game that they're like, hey, we're working with indie developers and we're happy to show this one off. And it looks like a previous gen tech demo with entirely uninspired gameplay. It looked like one of those indie games that's trying really hard to be artistic, and it's not. Not impressed with Entwined. Infamous Second Son, they showed off the first DLC for about 5 seconds. Little Big Planet 3, this is where... Alright, so at these press conferences, when they show the gameplay and they have somebody come out and they stand there with a controller, a lot of times the gameplay is just staged. It's pre-recorded, you've got somebody pretending to have a controller and they're just reading through lines. They didn't do this with Little Big Planet 3, which you would think is refreshing. Because these people were obviously having real problems. The thing is, I don't think they'd actually spent any time with the game beforehand, because Little Big Planet's not complicated and they were having a lot of troubles getting through it. I'm not terribly excited for Little Big Planet 3. I enjoyed the first two. The single-player campaigns are good. If Little Big Planet 3 winds up being free on PlayStation Plus later, I'll probably play through it and enjoy it. But user-created content in video games is 99% of the time shit. I made that horrible discovery with the original Little Big Planet, and it didn't improve with the second one. It's just the way things usually are. I had the concern earlier with the Microsoft press conference with Spark. Being a good gamer and having one or two good ideas for games does not make you a good developer. And that is shown whenever we get a user-generated or user content-created game. So, you know, Little Big Planet 3, take it or leave it. They do have new characters now with actual different platforming styles. Like, you've got one that can wall jump, you've got one that can fly, etc., etc., etc. So that'll probably lead to more varied gameplay. Bloodborne. It's made by From Software. Yay! People these days know From Software for the Dark Souls series. People from my day remember From Software for Kingsfield and Armored Core, although I guess Armored Core is still going on, but it's not as good as it used to be, children. In my day, it took skill to pilot a mech. It's also a lot slower back then. Far Cry 4. It looks like Far Cry Nepal. It's Far Cry with mountains. And wingsuits for gliding. I don't have much to say about... Oh, wait, no, there was one really cool thing. Okay, so there's multiplayer. Online multiplayer with Far Cry. You can do it with your friends, even if only one of you owns the game. You can share the game to the others so they can join in multiplayer with you. That is fantastic. Ubisoft, 2 thumbs up. I haven't seen that kind of ingenuity since, like, the Nintendo DS let you do sharing across, like Tetris. You could play multiplayer on Tetris off of only one cartridge. And they're totally doing it for Far Cry 4. So props to that game on that alone. Dead Island 2 was announced, and there was a trailer. There was no gameplay shown, but I assume it's going to be very similar to Dead Island 1. However, the trailer is totally worth checking out just because it's clever and the music is fun. And it's a fun trailer. I like the trailer. Check out the trailer for Dead Island 2 if you haven't seen it. What else have we got? Their freaking press conference went forever. I was so tired by the end of it. More Battlefield Hardline. If you're a fan of Battlefield or Call of Duty or first-person shooters, this is the cops and robbers version of your testosterone juiced up military shooters. I think that the military shooters have been overdone, especially because most of them are constantly talking about realism. Bullshit. The last semi-realistic first-person shooter that I played was America's Army when that came out, and Ghost Recon, the original Ghost Recon. Okay, Call of Duty and Battlefield, not realistic. No. Halo 4 is more realistic than the last Call of Duty game that I played. Destiny. It's Destiny. What else is there to say? We're all going to play it. Anybody who likes science fiction first-person shooters, we're going to play it. Every Halo fan ever is going to play it because it's from the original Halo team at Bungie instead of the original Halo team that left and worked at 343. So it's like half of them. It's going to be good. Their press conference for Destiny consisted entirely of system exclusives. We're going to have these exclusives. Meanwhile, Microsoft's over here going, well, we're going to have these exclusives. And PC, I'm sure, is like, well, we're going to have these exclusives. It's bullshit. It's boring. And the only people who win out are the companies. The gamers lose. Because it doesn't even matter if you have all the systems. You're now forced into making your decision based on the content that you're going to want in the game instead of which medium is going to play it best. And that's unfair. Magicka 2 out of nowhere and as a PS4 exclusive, which is strange because I believe Magicka got its start on PC. I could be wrong. It kind of feels like a knife to the original fans of the Magica games that gave it popularity in the first place to jump ship and go to a different console. Maybe I'm thinking about it too hard. Oh my god. This one the crowd legitimately cheered for. Grim Fandango is going to the PS4. I don't have anything else to say about that. There was like a 10-minute montage of indie games coming out that are trying to be 8-bit. A new Suda51 game that looks like it's gritty and violent as hell, and the entire trailer is showing like just really violent acts. But like, you know, somebody would pick up an axe and it'd be like axe plus 21 attack. It looks like an action RPG with an ultra-violent modern setting. And it's Suda51, so ultra-violent kind of goes with it. If you're not familiar with Suda51's work, you probably are. He did Lollipop Chainsaw, he did Killer 7, he did No More Heroes. There's another one, I can't remember the name. I might check it out. I'm not sure yet. I appreciate Suda's creativity. I'm not always necessarily a fan of his execution. Abzu from Giant Octopus, the creators of Journey. It looks beautiful and unique, and I'm sure it's going to be an amazing artistic experience. There's a game, and it's next on my list, but it was so incredible, it made the rest of the press conference incredibly boring to sit through because I didn't believe for a second that they could top it, and they didn't. So I'm going to come back to that one because I just want to end it on the highest possible note. There's some new dumb PlayStation Eye thing. They called it Project something or other. It's the new Kinect for the PlayStation. It's the new PlayStation Eye for the PlayStation. 99% of the gamers who actually follow E3 probably do not care about the casual stuff like the PlayStation Eye. Does it have its audience? Yes. Is this a press conference for the press? Yes, absolutely. Am I going to tell you about the PlayStation Eye? No, probably not, because I think it's going to be meh. And most people viewing my channel will probably think it's going to be meh. There was really dumb social network shit again this year that nobody cares to hear about. Some free-to-play stuff. So with like the Vita and the PS4, and I totally noticed this immediately. It's the first thing I looked for. They're like, with PlayStation, free-to-play means free to play. And then they went into this montage of all these free games, but at the bottom, in little text, it said, certain features available for free. Glorified demos with add-on content that you have to pay for. PlayStation Now, their streaming service, like Game On. Game Live? Is it Game Live? I can't remember the name of the service. It's live streaming service. If you have, I forget what gives you the PlayStation Now access. I think it's its own thing. I'm not sure how much it is, but it gives you access to like their entire fucking library of games. It was at this point that I felt the need to note that I was incredibly bored. PlayStation TV! Most people are not going to be picking this thing up. I actually might, because it's $100 and it'll save me the trouble of moving around PlayStations and PSPs and things. And I think PlayStation TV will let you play PSP and Vita games, so we'll see. Don't quote me on that, I'm probably wrong. We finally got gameplay footage for Mortal Kombat 10. It's totally on the Injustice engine. Looks so good. If you like fighting games, go check it out. If you like Mortal Kombat, you're probably paused the video or closed this already to go look at it, or you've probably seen it already. But yeah, actual gameplay footage, not like the trailer that they did last week. I'll play it. I'll definitely play it. It's on the Injustice engine. I'm going to play the crap out of that game. They're going to be doing a TV series for PlayStation subscribers called Powers. It's apparently based on a comic about the police investigators, or like homicide investigators, who investigate the deaths of superheroes, which sounds really interesting. Last of Us is being remastered for the PlayStation 4. Really? The game's like a year old and it still looks good. What is there to remaster? It's going to look pretty identical. It's not like, you know, remastering something, say, in the vein of, oh, Final Fantasy VII, where you could easily remaster it and it would look beautiful compared to what it was before. The differences between PS3 Last of Us a year ago and PS4 Last of Us next year is going to be so... I don't know. I'll probably wait until that one's on sale to pick it up again, just to keep in the collection. Plus, I think I'm pretty sure it comes with the DLC content. DLC, downloadable content. I haven't done it yet, so that's a somewhat excuse for me to pick it up instead of paying less to download it. I'll pay less to download it. Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain coming out. If you're not already a Metal Gear fan, this isn't going to turn you into one. If you are already a Metal Gear fan, you were probably watching the trailer going, oh my god, what are they doing to him? It looks great. I haven't actually played any of the Metal Gear series since Metal Gear 4. Phantom Pain is probably going to drive me to go back and play all of the other stuff, all the side titles and side stories that have come out since then, because Phantom Pain looks good. GTA 5 is coming to PS4. Batman Arkham Knight. We kind of already knew about it. Uncharted 4. Everybody's excited to see the return of Nathan Drake. Nobody's particularly surprised. So that's all. Wow, this turned into a long video. Oh, I forgot. The high point of Sony's press conference. I'm gonna see if I can hold up my notes so that you can see what I said about it. So the game is called No Man's Sky. When I saw it, holy god, amazing, give it to me. It looks that good. Go check out the... Apparently a trailer came out like 4 months ago. I'd never heard of it. It's just this little indie developer, this tiny team. They're making a game that looks just so freaking incredible. I can't... The scope of it is perfect. I have wanted a game like this for so long. It's like they went into like my mind and they were like, what kind of science fiction game would Saigan like? He would like one with massive alien worlds to explore. He would like one where the things that you find are uploaded into a database and you're credited for your discoveries. So everybody's running around on these alien worlds trying to discover new things and find out what they do. And interstellar war dogfighting. Make it happen. And it's seamless too. It is so seamless. Like, this guy is on an alien world exploring, and then he hops in his ship, he flies into orbit, he gets into a dogfight, there's another fleet warping in, and he flies down onto another alien world and fights in the atmosphere. It looks so freaking good. I can't get over it. Go check it out. All right, I'm gonna go.